George Matus, 1998, drone engineer, USA. When 11-year-old George Matus and his family moved to Salt Lake City in Utah, USA, he found himself living in an enormous natural playground. Salt Lake City is surrounded by snow-capped mountains, and what better way to explore them than from way up in the sky? George brought a remote control RC helicopter and attached a camera to it. When he uploaded the footage to YouTube, the helicopter's makers saw it and invited him to become a test pilot. The schoolboy had soon tested every RC aircraft, and drones became his passion. But what exactly is a drone? Think of it as a tiny aircraft, but without a pilot on board. Instead, it is operated from the ground by a remote control. Not only are drones fun to fly, but they are also a safer alternative to sending a person into a dangerous area, such as a battlefield or a disaster zone. George spent every spare moment flying and adapting drones, but he soon grew frustrated. Most drones were designed for one job. Some were built for racing, others to capture footage of the Earth from the clouds. Why couldn't a single drone do all these things? That's when George began creating his wish list for the perfect drone. At 16, George won a grant from the Thiel Foundation, which invests in young entrepreneurs, to develop his drone. Several years later, he built Teal and Teal 2, the world's fastest battery-operated drones. Teal 1 and 2 can reach speeds of up to 136 kilometers per hour, 85 miles per hour. Best of all, they do every job on George's wish list. Today, George is flying high. At 18, he became founder and chief executive of Teal Drones, while his dream drones are now being sold around the world. You could say that his idea really took off. Really find what interests you, and then it doesn't feel like work. Sarah Sapka, 1998 to now, research scientist, UK. In 2015, 17-year-old Sarah Sapka was named the UK's Young Scientist of the Year. Sarah had been volunteering for a University of Sheffield team that was testing the effects of the drug lubiprostone on cystic fibrosis, CF. CF is a genetic disease, meaning a person is born with it. The disease affects around 100,000 people across the world. People with CF lack the gene that controls the movement of salt and water in and out of the cells of their body. This causes their lungs and other organs to fill with thick, sticky mucus, making it hard for them to breathe and digest food. Current CF drugs are expensive and don't always work. Lubiprostone is a cheaper drug used to treat women with another disease, irritable bowel syndrome. Now a full-time medical student, Sarah is hopeful that her initial research will go on to help find a cheaper, more effective cure that could one day save thousands of lives. Kelvin Doe, 1996 to now, engineer, Sierra Leone. Kelvin Doe has a curious mind and endless imagination. Growing up poor in Freetown, Sierra Leone, Kelvin taught himself to build radios, transmitters, and generators from scrap metal he found in the city's rubbish dumps. By 16, he had built his own radio station and was broadcasting across Freetown as DJ Focus. After reaching the finals of Global Minimum Inc.'s competition for young African inventors, Kelvin was invited to the USA to attend a program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, making him the university's youngest ever visiting practitioner. Then a YouTube documentary about Kelvin went viral, with 12.3 million views to date. Kelvin's life changed overnight, and in 2012, he flew to the USA to share his inspirational story on the TEDx Teen stage. Today, Kelvin runs his own company, Kado Tech Inc., through which he teaches some young people that they too can create something from nothing. All it takes is creativity, passion, and belief.